Well, I just watched the Penny Kelly Looksie. She just did her Looksie. September 15th, I think she started it, according to the video, but it was released today. So I was listening to that. It was about 38 minutes long, I think. And she's got like 24, 25, I think, different things she talks about. You know, show me September 15th to October 15th. Show me October 15th to November 15th. November, to December to January, and January to February. And first, I gotta give her a little shout out. Patreon. Just go double check what her link is. Post for my creators. Penny Kelly, there she be. Yep, just / Penny Kelly. So I'll put this up on the screen real quick, just in case anyone wants to join her Patreon. Patreon.com/Penny Kelly. You don't have to do the / post, just Penny Kelly. And that'll bring you right here. There's a picture of her face. She looks like such a happy lady, doesn't she? And I'm gonna go ahead and say it, because she said herself with her own mouth, well, I'm 72 years old, da da da. So she's already given her age. You're never supposed to ask a woman her age. But I look at her, I know she's 72. Nancy Filthy Pelosi is 80. Doesn't look like she's 80. She's probably been drinking all that adrenochrome. Okay? Penny Kelly, on the other hand, for 72, I don't think she looks that age. I think she looks younger. And she's not drinking that damn adrenochrome. I can assure you that. With absolute certainty, okay? Now, having said that, what are her tiers? What does she got here? Membership. There's a $15 a month. I think that's the main one. There's a $9 a month. Maybe it's just those two. And of course, I'm signed up for the 15. I want the full Monty, baby. So, at any rate, I just listened to her Looksie, and there's like 2 things I want to talk about that she said in it. First and foremost, Joe Biden. Now, my mom, who's psychic, last year said he will not be there in election day. As a matter of fact, he's going to cancel his campaign. At some point, he'll cancel his campaign. Then, many, many months later, Joe Biden's the actual pick. So we're like, Mom, are you you sure he's stepping down? He's that dude now. He's the pick for the Democrats. She goes, well, I'm just telling you what I got. I think he could still step down. She said it's either going to be due to a health issue or a family matter, something like that. I just see that'll be the excuse. One of those 2 things. She goes, I don't know, that's what I got. So I thought, wow, okay. So of course I've been pimping that since the first time she told me that. Last year, we got into this year, then he became the nominee, and I'm still out here pimping it like, it don't matter. It don't matter. He's still going to step down, which is absurd. So I've pimped that so much, I am married to it. So even if it doesn't happen now, by chance, I'm going to have to go down with the ship. Mom, I trusted in your abilities. You like all psychics, you get it a lot right, but she's not perfect. Like all psychics, so maybe she'll get this one wrong, but maybe she won't. Maybe she still won't. And someone sent me a clip to this other guy, this pastor, so-and-so. I don't think I've seen him before. He did something back in July. And he said, basically it sounded like he saw Joe Biden having a cardiac arrest, a heart attack, something happening where he had to drop out of the race. He got real sick, injured, heart attack. And I'd never seen that one before, so someone sent me that today. And I saw that, so I was like, oh, that's interesting. We had some remote viewers see what looked like Biden not being there at the end, which was odd. And then Penny Kelly, I think on one of the last looks she did, it looked like she was getting data that, oh, wow, he may not actually make it. So that's interesting. But this Looksie, she said, and she didn't, it wasn't a matter of, well, he made it, didn't make it. It was an odd thing that she said. And for one thing, it's like, okay, there's Democrats are switching from, we already know we lost, now it's just damage control. We just have to do damage control. So we're going to cause chaos. We're going to be reporting fake poll data, or polling data from the election that says Trump did not win, and da da da. So if that's the case, you have to ask yourself, well, if he steps down before the election, right at the last minute, there's not enough time to put someone else on the ticket. Therefore, like, how does that work? If he's stepping down, it doesn't make sense. And so if the Democrats are trying to have the fake news media push out fake numbers of, oh no, Trump didn't win. Nope, they're still counting. They're still counting. He didn't win yet. We got more ballots coming in that this is not the real numbers yet. Why would it matter if the person opposing him, in this case Biden, stepped down? If they already stepped down, why would it matter? Right? It doesn't make sense to me. So if he doesn't step down, well, that makes sense. Yeah, he's still on the ticket. The votes came in. Trump, and she says Trump, and this Looksie also, he wins in easily. Easily, Trump wins, is how she put it. Not even close, not even maybe. He destroys his opponent, Biden, or whoever the hell it is, I guess we could say, on the Democrat. He wins, but the media is just going to cause chaos, and we got to keep counting, and that's not right, when in reality, it is right. She also got something about like this new internet, like a new technology is coming, and we'd be able to check the numbers in real time, I guess, of the votes on this new internet or this new platform, something. She wasn't quite sure. So we'd have our own direct source to bypass the fake news anyways. So that was interesting. But then she mentioned something in there about Biden's put up front because of all the people involved in massive corruption across the planet. Deep state, just deep state. That's the deep state pick. He's the top when it comes to all the contenders on the Democratic side. That's why he got it, the pick. Because he must cover up for everything that they're all involved in. He is a puppet just like everybody else, just like Angela Merkel, Macron, any other leader, you name it, for the most part, not Trump. They're all handpicked puppets, and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing by their overlords, so to speak. And it sounded like she said the overlords, if you will, decide, yeah, we pretty much ran out on Biden now. I mean, we're pretty much screwed. We tried everything we could. We tried to mitigate. We tried to cause... We're kind of done with him now, so, it's time for him to go. And she said, I could not tell if it was right before the election, it was time for them to get rid of Biden, or if it was right after the election. She goes, I was not able to see that. So there again, what does that mean? Does he step down? Are they done with him? Okay, cancel your campaign. You're finished anyways. Or he gets sick in a hurry, heart attack, like the one pastor said, a week before the election. I know I'm still on the ticket, but I can't do it. I've got a heart attack. So he's kind of forced to step out of the race, but his name's still on the ticket. Therefore, all the voters are still voting for him, even though he can't be president. He just had a heart attack, blah, blah, blah. Maybe there's something like that. Because again, my mom said, health condition or family matter. She goes, I'm getting either of those two. Health condition or family matter. So I thought, wow, it's just going to be interesting. And again, if he doesn't have a heart attack and have to drop out or whatever, like I said, I'm married to that prediction. I've been pumping it so hard on my mom's behalf, but I believed in it so much myself, I will go down with the ship on that one. If it doesn't happen, she misses it, it's a miss. And I apologize to you and anybody I've ever tweeted to, because boy, have I tweeted. Boy, has JSnip4 tweeted. Well, my psychic mom said, my mom said. As if it's written in stone. So, yeah, I don't get egg on my face very often. It's extremely rare. Old Snip does, like I get something really wrong, like, in other words, when I'm making like a solid, thing. Not sharing someone else's video about a UFO that's actually a blimp. I'm not talking about that. Like when I give you something from me, hey, it's very rare. And it's rare because I typically spend time dotting my I's, crossing my T's, little more research on that. Am I sure? Let me double check that. But again, this little UFO thing, the blimp, the Goodyear blimp, and like I said, oh, it's a blimp. Get rid of the video. Here's the new video. It's just a blimp. Big deal. But I'm talking about some major stuff here that I've made claims to myself. It came from me. Like, hey, this is what it's rare because I typically try not to open my mouth unless I really think I know something. Like I know this. Okay, time to say something. I don't know about this nonsense called coronavirus. Day 1, JSNP4. Ha! Good thing I think we could all safely say old Snip was right. And because if I wasn't, we'd all be in big trouble. Health issues. Now, another thing I want to mention, there's actually 2 more things total. She does talk about the coronavirus. And yes, it is going to fade away here in the near future. It kind of already is. Like, yeah, everyone's still wearing the mask, but it's just like everyone's kind of walking around looking at each other like nobody's dying anymore. Oh, slow the spread for what? She never mentioned, though, in this Looksie, unless I missed it, and if you guys saw it and I missed this, somehow maybe I was grabbing a bag of chips and some dip at one point. Did she happen to say this right when I went into my bathroom to grab this stuff? Because we got a little mini fridge up here in the bathroom. But unless I missed this, and I don't think I did, hang on. All right. It did not sound like a second virus. Worse, blah 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 is coming. It doesn't sound like it. And not too long ago, I came out here and said, it could be me. I'm just very optimistic about what I think the future is. Everyone's scared. Or it's going to be really bad at the end of the year. It's going to be this and that. The asteroids are going to hit. And I'm like, well, no, Woo Woo Dude did say he thinks most all, if hopefully all, could and might be mitigated by some help from our friends. And if you look at some of the videos online, pretty much all of them that show these crazy meteors happening these days, they're coming in hot and then boop, they're gone. Yep, just all gone. See ya. Bye-bye. Whoa. Like they're being mitigated somehow. So I'm very optimistic. And I even said, look, I know we're all expecting a second wave, not the second wave, but there's going to be a new, more powerful virus. And I know that was the plan. Because if you look at the Event 201 thing, the Rockefeller document, there's a second one that's going to be worse supposed to come. But if the good guys know this when they do, and are standing by to mitigate all this, maybe it doesn't even take fruition at all. There is no second bad one. But then again, I heard recently, well, it's not going to start till October. It'll happen in October. Deadly scare. Next one, November. Okay, it's gone. So I'm hearing both sides now. Yes, sir, it's still on. No, it's not going to happen. Yes, it is. No, it won't. Who knows? I'm not concerned. I can't help but not be concerned about that one either. I hate to say it. But she didn't mention that. Again, unless I missed it, I don't think she said anything about a second worse one coming in this last Looksie. And I would figure, okay, the closer we get to the dates that we're worried about, and she's doing Looksies every month, you would think the more recent Looksie would be probably the more accurate because we're closer to the whatever timeline she saw, 3 months ago. Okay, how about now? Well, it's only 1 month away now. Oh, well, I don't even see that anymore. Oh. So I don't know that there's going to be a big bad secondary virus, but there might. Again, Democrats may still try to run it on the news and scare everybody, and it just peters out. It fizzles. It was a horrible thing that they tried. It failed. I don't know. We'll find out. And then the final thing I want to mention, she mentioned a lot of stuff, so I'm only mentioning 3 things. If you want to know more, go check out her channel. The big thing, or not big thing, I guess it would be big regardless. She did the last Looksie of, okay, show me January to February, I think was the one. It was either January to February or February to March. I want to say January to February. And it was something like this. She goes, people were still reeling, I think that was the word she used, still reeling from the attempted big stock market crash. People were still recovering from that or reeling from that, I think she said. And she goes, everything the deep state will have tried by that point. They're going to attempt this, they're going to attempt that, and it's just basically going to fail. They're going to fail after fail after fail. But they're going to do it. They're going to try it. So they're, in other words, maybe the stock market does a pretty hefty pullback. People are still reeling from it. Oh, but then Trump's still in charge. Like my mom said, as long as he's in charge, it'll go back up. And then it starts to recover again. So that's interesting. And even though she did the Looksie from that time frame, she didn't mention anything about the stock market seeming to crash November, December or anything, but it was like more or less January to February. As you know, I'm getting myself, end of this month, we're going to have a pullback. And that doesn't mean, it could be a pretty noticeable level. Maybe it's 10, 15, 20%. That's a noticeable level. Even for the stock market, sure, yeah, that's a big drop. Cryptos, that's nothing, but it's still noticeable. And I'm getting that those two things are going to happen approximately at the very end of this month. Last week, last few days, technically, as I think was my hot spot, but initially would be the last week. And then as I was getting closer, I would ask, it's probably going to be around the 27th, okay, but plus or minus 2 days, whatever. So I thought, oh, that's interesting. But she said at the end, yeah, there's going to be stuff happening. Antifa's going to do their thing. It's going to peter out. Don't worry. It will peter out. And we have a lot of positivity to look forward to. Like Woo Dude has said, she's saying, we just got to get past this rough spot. But she goes, as I looked and looked and looked, I got to tell you, it actually didn't look as bad as I thought. And my sense of knowing for what other people was like them too. Oh, it wasn't as bad as we were kind of expecting. Sure, Seattle, Washington, Seattle, Oregon, Portland, of course. Big fires, big riot, buildings burning. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, whatever Democratic-run hellholes are having some problems leading up to and during the election. It's expected. She goes, but elsewhere, didn't seem like much was going on. So she goes, in that respect, it just didn't seem like it was that bad. Like she said, if I could say one thing, it's just, I think everything's going to be all right. I think everything's going to be okay. And that's kind of how she left it. And I thought, perfect, because that's exactly how I've been feeling lately. I can't help it. It's like we've got this. We've already won. It's already done. Yeah, they're going to do their stupid little riot. Go ahead. What are you going to burn down? You already did that. What are you going to riot? Oh, you've already done that. Are you going to stand in the street and block? You already done that. What else are you guys going to do over there? It's over. Now the president has won. He's won again. Now what? I guess it's time to pack up and go home. Get on out of here. So, yeah, it was a cool Looksie. I always enjoy waiting, every month for her next Looksie because, it's like, it's almost like when Q posts. Oh, where did they put? So here we are, Monday, 21st. By the way, 25th is Friday. QAnon, Supreme Court, without delay, says Trump. We need to pick without delay. And I found a nice video. It's been posted all over Twitter right now. It's a compilation of all the dirty Democrats, your favorite ones. Pelosi, Joe Biden himself, Hillary Clinton. Oh, they've got the best of the best on camera giving a speech about the president. When the president, time to come up to pick up the Supreme Court justice, the Constitution doesn't stop just because it said I think Feinstein, the Constitution doesn't stop just because it's the president's last year. He's entitled to make his pick. Well, thank you, Feinstein. Thank you very much. President Trump, go for it. No, we've sent a letter, we're asking the leadership at the GOP and the Senate to hold off on this nomination until after the election. It's never good to do it on an election year, and we've had a precedent set before that you shouldn't waver. Whoa, what precedent are you guys looking at? I've got all of you on camera previously stating it is the president's duty to do such a thing. It's a crime to leave the thing open, to see it open. The Constitution says to do it, you must do it. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I heard approximately 43, 44, 45 days before a president was about to be elected, she was confirmed. Old Ruthie. Baby Ruth? Yeah. So, again, I'm happy. I think things are going to be fine. Yeah, there'll be some rough spots. We know this. It's going to get worse. We know it. But, again, I think maybe what we've prepared ourselves for, hearing all the stuff we follow, we've kind of all expected, oh, it's going to be worse than we... Or not necessarily worse than we expect. We expect it to be bad. And we might be pleasantly surprised that, oh, that was all? Now, granted, if you're in the area where this crap's happening, Antifa, Portland, whatever, Seattle, oh, if you're there, oh, you're going to come out and tell how bad it was. It was horrible. It was worse than you thought. Like, I was just expecting a protest. Oh, my God, they were breaking into cars. They were beating people. Oh, my God. Okay, but that's a little teeny tiny place on planet Earth, especially in the rest of the United States. And if you did what we were telling you, stay home. Don't get involved in that. Just enjoy the show. Get your popcorn. Watch from your house. Assuming you don't live right there in Portland or, Seattle, where the hot spots are. You should stay home then. But it'll be nothing. Oh, we'll watch on TV. Oh, yeah, Jay Snip, I watch his YouTube. He's showing us some of the video footage of these idiots over there. Nothing new. Same crap they were doing last time. Whatever. Yes, there's fires being started. Yes, they're arsonists. We've seen that. So yeah, got pretty bad. But I still think a lot of us were expecting it to be worse than what is potentially about to happen. And the good news is once this is over, 4 more years of Trump, the rioting is done. The fires are done. I mean, well, I would think the fires, unless these dirty Democrats still have power somehow. But all these governors, all these politicians, House, Senate, at both the state level and the federal level, are more than likely getting cleaned out. A wave of good Republicans are more than likely coming in to fill those spots. Because people have seen the damage and the crap that their Democrats that they picked for have done. And allowed to happen. Oh, let's defund the police. Defund the police. If I would have told you 1 year ago, just 1 year, right now, 2019, hey guys, in America, there's going to be this kind of big movement from major cities, and even states, to defund the entire police departments. Just defund them. They don't want them anymore. What would you have said? Oh, Joe, what are you smoking? Your psychic mom giving you nonsense again? No, but kind of. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? All the Democratic strongholds, which are major cities we all know about in America, they're all wanting to defund the police. So that shows the governor, the mayors, all levels of government down the line, Democratic liberals. So everyone has got a taste of that now, including those people who voted for those people. Got a little taste of just what they're capable of. And while they may not be out vocally with the Trump flag in their yard, Trump sign, you could be rest assured, because it's their little private thing. No one has to know. None of my neighbors have to know. I'm voting this year like my life depends on it. Because these people just showed me my life does depend on it. Because if I can't call the police because someone's breaking into my house because there's no police department anymore, I can't stand for that. I can't believe these Democrats were doing that. I can't believe it. My party, what happened to them? But they'll never come out and talk out loud like that. But that's okay. They don't need to. We just need to make sure they physically do the right thing, which is go vote for that guy named Donald Trump. And they're going to, because they've seen enough. Take care.